you own everything above the ground, but technically, in England, you can't own ground. You can own every 1 millimeter above the ground, but technically, the ground is the people. The people in the land are the ground. You can't own people. It's slavery. You can't do it. So when you heard that old King Arthur movie, you hear King Arthur, you hear Merlin say to King Arthur, "You and the land are one, King." Arthur. What does that mean? And that's why I say to you folks, what do you think it means? It doesn't mean that he's the dirt. It means him and the people come from the land. So they're all one. The king, the people, the land, the dirt, you're all one. That's where you came from. Whether you want to believe it or not, your mommy had to eat something from the ground. Your mommy had to eat from the dirt. Your mommy had to eat what came from the earth. Whether you like it or not, that's where you came from, and that's where you're going to return. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are of the land. Whether you want to believe it or not, you're not a Martian. You didn't fall off a moonbeam. You are part of the land. So for you to say I own land is like, I own people, because land and people are one. Can you own people? Well, no. But can you own what you create on top of the land? Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But can you own the land? No. So that's all I'm trying to say. This is where that question you came from. This is what I believe, that the belief is why they're allowed to do what they do. The people who thought of this 100, 200, 1,000 years ago, this is what they were. What I'm just told you is what was in their mind. Who the hell is anybody to tell anybody what they can and cannot do with land? We're all of the land. I don't care if you're Donald Trump. I don't care if you're Donald Trump. I don't care if you're Clinton. You came from the land. No property. No property is exclusive to a man or a woman. Property is not land. You can't use. It's not the same word. See, that's what you should tell people. When you talk to somebody like me, how you know it's not the same word? It's not spelled the same. There you go. It's usually that's silly, that's stupid. Is land and property the same? Let me see. I spelled one with an L and one with a P. No. Does it mean the same? No.
If it did, it would be one word.
This would be the same effing word. So, like I said, I'm one of these people that, like I said, if you couldn't, what is it, like a Roger, the thesaurus, I'd be horrible at it. No, I say something, that's what it means, and it means nothing else. And that's what that word means, and that's what it means, and it doesn't mean anything else. So all this thesaurus nonsense, this Roger nonsense is nonsense, because it's just going to confuse the crap out of you. When you try to put this word for that word, when you go to court, you're going to look like a moron. It's like, that's not what that word means. When you go to a court, the law is black and white. The law is deadly. You've always heard that. The law is black and white. There's no color in the law. Law is life or death. Legalese is, well, let's be reasonable. Let's be colorful about this. Let's use our imaginations here. Let's make believe that this could really be this, and maybe that could really be that. No. It's either yes or no. That's all I want to hear. And that's law. Legalese is like, well, no, none of the little boys, none of us can testify to anything being true. None of us want to take the witness stand. None of us want to be held liable. So let's be reasonable about this, and let's just play games, and let's just guess what it means. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to guess effing anything. Yes or no. That's all I want to hear coming out of your mouth. Yes or no. And that's all I ever hear from lawyers. They say, well, let's be reasonable about this, Mr. Lentz. So like I said, I'm telling you, when you hear somebody from the government say to you, because you will hear this, especially when you try to cramming the law down their throat, they'll say, well, let's be reasonable about this, Mr. Bali. It's like, yeah, reasonable. Yeah, you're a lawyer. That's right. This guy Karl warned me about you. I'm telling you.